Top 10 Longest American Cars, aka land yachts, from the 1970s when bigger was better. Alright, so in this video, we're going to dive into the world of land yachts, those massive, chrome-covered V8 powered giants from the 1970s that used to roam the highways like kings. Back then, it was all about size, luxury, and power, with big-name brands like Cadillac, Lincoln, and Chrysler ruling the road. Today, automakers are all about electric powertrains and downsizing, but we're taking a trip back to when bigger was definitely better. Now, land yachts weren't always American-made. While most were, there were some noteworthy European contenders like the Mercedes 600, but we're sticking mostly with the big American classics in this video. Number 10. The second generation Mercury Marquis, 1969 to 1978. This car ran from 1969 until 1978. These cars were built to ride smooth and look even better. The Marquis was Mercury's answer to the Ford LTD, and it had all the swagger you'd imagine from the flagship model. You had options too: two-door hardtops, sedans, convertibles, and even station wagons, so there was a Marquis for every taste. This beast was long, with a wheelbase that stretched 229 inches, that's over 19 feet, especially in the 1973 and up models that got a mid-cycle refresh. Engine choices ranged from a 351 cubic inch V8 to a monstrous 460 cubic inch V8, paired with a 3-speed automatic transmission and rear-wheel drive. This thing was built for comfort and luxury, and it looked the part too, especially if you got the Brougham version, which was top of the line. Number 9. Dodge Monaco, 1974 to 1977. This was a third gen and the top dog in Dodge's full-size lineup through the mid-70s. The Monaco was another one of those big, plush rides, and this time it even outsized its station wagon counterparts. For example, in 1976, the Monaco sedan measured 229.5 inches, just a half-inch longer than the Mercury Marquis. The Monaco had two engine options, a standard 400 cubic inch V8 or the optional 440 V8, both matched to Chrysler's legendary 3-speed torque flight automatic transmission. If you really wanted to ride in style, you went for the Brougham trim, which came with all the luxuries, including that classic wood paneling. The competition for this one? You had the Ford LTD Country Squire and Chevy Caprice estate wagons, but let's be honest, the Monaco could hold its own. Number 8. Lincoln Continental Mark V, 1977 to 1979. Now, we can't talk land yachts without bringing up this legend. This one is a personal luxury coupe that still had size on its side. The Mark V ran from 1977 to 1979 and was one of the last of the true full-size luxury coupes. Unlike the Cadillac Eldorado, which got downsized by 1979, the Mark V stayed big and bold. This car's styling was sharp, with straight lines and sharp edges replacing the more rounded look of the earlier Mark IV. The interior? Pure luxury, with leather, wood, and some of the most comfortable seats around. And at 233 inches long, over 19 feet, this car was even longer than a modern extended wheelbase Cadillac Escalade. Under the hood, it had Ford's big V8 engines, which made sure the Mark V had the power to back up its size. Hey car friends, thanks so much for supporting our love of classic cars, and if you want to see more of what we've got, let us know in the comments what you'd like to see next. Number 7. Buick Estate Wagon, from 1975 to 1976. Moving on, let's talk about one of the kings of the station wagons. This massive wagon ran from 1971 to 1976, but it really hit its stride in the last 2 years when it grew even longer. By 1976, this beauty was measured at a staggering 231.5 inches in length. It shared a lot of its components with the Buick Electra 225, including the powerful 455 cubic inch V8 engine. And let's not forget Buick's famous glide-away tailgate design, which let the lower section of the tailgate glide under the floor, while the rear window disappeared into the roof. Pretty slick for the time. The estate wagon was built for family road trips, but did it with style and power. Number 6. Oldsmobile 98 from 1974 to 1975. This baby was the longest Olds ever made. From 1974 to 1975, this car stretched out to 232 inches, thanks in part to the government-mandated 5-mile-per-hour bumpers that added a bit of length. This was Oldsmobile's flagship car, and it was packed with luxury features like power windows, power seats, deluxe armrests, and carpeting everywhere. The Oldsmobile 98 was powered by the 455 Rocket V8 engine, which cranked out 320 horsepower, plenty of grunt for cruising down the highway. Like the Buick Estate, it was all about comfort, luxury, and space, but with a little extra elegance thrown in, especially if you went for the Regency package. Number 5, 1974 to 1978 Chrysler New Yorker. This was manufactured from 1974 to 1978. It's a classic despite its debut during the oil crisis, a time when big cars were becoming less practical. Measuring a massive 232 inches, it was one of the longest cars Chrysler ever produced. Under the hood, the New Yorker boasted a 440 cubic inch V8 engine, providing plenty of power to move its enormous size down the road. The top-tier Brougham trim came loaded with luxury features like a vinyl roof, plush interior materials, and power everything. This car was built for comfort, offering a smooth, floaty ride that was perfect for long cruises. While rising fuel prices put a damper on sales, the New Yorker's sheer size and opulence made it stand out. It symbolized the last of an era when American cars were all about being bigger and more luxurious, representing the peak of automotive excess in the 1970s. Number 4, 1977 to 79 Lincoln Continental. This legend was considered a true symbol of American luxury car, sharing its platform with the Mercury Marquis and Ford LTD, but standing out as the epitome of high-end motoring. Stretching an impressive 233 inches long, this massive land yacht was all about size, style, and comfort. Depending on the model year, it came equipped with either a 400 cubic inch V8 engine or an optional 460 cubic inch V8 engine. Each model year brought subtle updates, including changes to the grille, taillights, and vinyl tops, ensuring the Continental remained fresh and fashionable. Built on a sturdy body-on-frame construction, it offered a smooth, quiet ride by effectively reducing road noise and vibration. The coil spring suspension further enhanced the comfort, making this car ideal for long-distance cruising. Inside, it was all about elegance, with plush materials and refined touches that set it apart from other luxury vehicles of the time. The Lincoln Continental was built for those who wanted to travel in both style and comfort, a true testament to the era's obsession with bigger, better, and bolder cars. Number 3, 1975 Buick Electra 225. In 1975, this beauty stood as Buick's flagship sedan, stretching an impressive 234.4 inches. At the time, it was the longest car Buick offered, embodying the full-size luxury trend of the 1970s. Under the hood, it shared the same 455 cubic inch V8 as the Oldsmobile 98, coupled with GM's turbo-hydromatic transmission, delivering smooth power and a comfortable ride. The Electra 225 was all about opulence, with power windows, seats, and locks all as standard, along with the plush interiors designed for maximum comfort and style. While 1977 brought a significant downsizing to this iconic model, 1975 marked the last year of its true land yacht status. Interestingly, the Electra name is set to return in 2025 for a new generation of Buicks, but it's safe to say the upcoming model will be a far cry from the massive V8-powered machines of the 70s. these giants remain unforgettable symbols of American automotive history. Number 2, 1975 Cadillac Fleetwood 60 Special. This special stood out as a symbol of prestige in the 1970s, stretching 233.35 inches in length. While it's available as a limousine, the 9-passenger sedan was a true land yacht on its own. Under the hood, it packed Cadillac's 500 cubic inch V8, making it a powerful and luxurious ride. Back in the day, this car was only for the wealthiest buyers with a price tag that matched its high-end features. The top-of-the-line Talisman trim was a masterpiece of Cadillac luxury, featuring rich materials, plush interiors, and an unmistakable presence on the road. Even today, the Fleetwood 60 Special remains highly sought after by collectors and enthusiasts thanks to its classic elegance and unmatched style. It's more than just a car. It's a piece of automotive history representing the height of Cadillac's full-size luxury sedans. And number 1, 1973 Chrysler Imperial. Finally, we've got the longest post-war American car ever built. Measuring a massive 235.68 inches, this behemoth came as either a 2-door or 4-door hardtop, and it was a true monster of a car. Under the hood, Chrysler packed in their 440 cubic inch V8, providing plenty of power to move this giant down the road despite its massive size. The 1973 model featured a sleeker, more refined look compared to its boxier predecessor, with bulging lines at the belt line and new bumpers that added even more length. These bumpers were designed to meet updated impact standards, giving the Imperial its record-setting dimensions. As the longest non-limousine car of its time, the Imperial was a perfect symbol of American automotive excess at its peak. Luxurious, powerful, and undeniably grand, it's a fitting end to the era of truly massive land yachts. And that's the full rundown. Each of these land yachts was a masterpiece in its own right, offering unparalleled size, luxury, and road presence. If you're into automotive history or just appreciate the craftsmanship of these giants, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe for more content.